I'll be shocked if P.O. makes it any further. Like, his energy is giving me very cringy, very old-fashioned, but I guess it has to do with his era. He's not even a Gen X. Ain't he a boomer? Is he? No, he might be a Gen X, but still, he's giving me all kind of creep vibes. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, lifestyle coach. We are reviewing Ready to Love, season number 6, episode number 3. Sparks will fly or fizzle. What's it gonna be? So, just so y'all know, for Ready to Love, I will go back and do 2 and 1. I'm just starting backwards, only because we started with we're at episode number 3, and I want to give you what you came for, and anybody who's interested can see what my opinion is about 2 and 1. So let's get it. We start off at the ladies' lounge, and Tommy says, you know what, ladies, it's your week to set up an activity that's comfortable for you, that's genuine, that shows who you are, okay? Invite the fellas. But in addition, we've got 2 more blind dates, 2 more people coming in. I'm not really sure what the point of bringing these blind dates and these people in after they've already started. I just am not clear as to why it is. I don't know how I feel. I do know how I feel about it. I think it's a waste of time, and I think it's not giving the people that's coming in late or the people who were there initially ample opportunity to meet these new singles and really get to know them. I mean, it's already a short period of time, and we know that, they don't have enough time already to date these people. Anyway, so I don't know how I feel about that, but we see Dakia. We start off with Dakia going on a date with Eric. Eric is a celebrity chef. I think it said he was 40-something years old. He's got 2 daughters that are 21 and 23. And, we find out a little bit more about Dakia because, of course, there's no casting special, but she's an engineer for NASA. Not only is that, but she also has a dance studio. Does she dance too, or does she just own the studio? Who knows? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. And what do you think about Dakia? I mean, because they like her. They say she's a boss. They like her. So you tell me how you are feeling about her. What's the vibe you get from Dakia? We also find, though, that she's a 9-year cancer survivor, that she had cervical cancer. Now, what I am going to say, I do like that she seems to know exactly what direction she wants to head in. She does not seem as shallow as like some of the women from last season. Looks like she's got her head on straight, like she knows what direction she wants to go. I kind of feel like she knows who she is. And part of the thing I realize is because she's had cancer, people who go through something serious like an illness or any life-altering, life-changing event somehow have a different outlook on life than those people who, get to skate through life with very minimal impact. And when I say minimal impact, your regular day-to-day impact, right? I feel like deaths close to you. I feel like experiencing really illnesses and having ill people close to you like that kind of changes the way you view life. I don't know, y'all can tell me differently, but you know where to do it down below in the comments. It seems like the 2 of them zhuzh very well. And Eric, did I tell you he had 2 grown daughters? He has 2 grown daughters. And, it could go either way with having children. I've had children, and I could go either way if the woman wants to. And the kid, we find out that she's all like, if I have some, great, but I'm okay if I never do. She's 39 years old. I mean, the older we get, the more risk we have with having children. The other blind date is AP. AP is a holistic life coach. It's almost like there are a lot of different careers, and it's almost like they're picking people who kind of have the same career choices and paths when you look at the people that are part of the show. But maybe these are the people who are only applying, but also I guess these are careers that are stable and solid, which is part of the thing I feel like you need if you are ready to love, right? If you want to love and go into a relationship, you need to kind of be a little stable, a little stable, a little secure, a lot. Okay, you really need to know a lot about who you are and where your life, the direction your life is headed. I kind of feel like these people are, for the majority part, over 35, so they should have a good handle on a lot of stuff, but we've seen in previous seasons that is not the case. I'm rambling. So AP, I forgot how old she is. I think she's 42. A holistic life coach is having a date with the very burly, very manly Clifton. I wrote down, she came out with her shiny dress on, her sequin dress in the daytime. But Mona will tell you, you do not need an occasion. She will dress up. My friend Mona that I talk about all the time, she says, dress up. Don't ask me what you should wear, because I'm always say, go up. Shine. Like, I love Mona. Anyway, she has 2 children, 9 and 7. She is a widow. And she's a vegan. Clifton's not a vegan. And, she doesn't really give a good impression when she sits with Clifton. Like, Clifton is the one that's going to go back to the men's lounge, the gentleman's lounge, and share what he thinks about you. And so for you to be like, you look like my brother, you friend zoning. Because I be looking at people thinking, you look like my brother. A darker version of my brother, a younger, older version. I don't want to holler at you. I ain't going to even lie to you. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do what I want to. Sorry, not sorry. The next thing we see is a group date that is a sip and paint that Dakia had put together. At this group date is, of course, Dakia, Ace, Eric, Joy, and Cornbread, aka Cornelius. And it's a switch concept, it's not just the regular sip and paint. You start the painting, you switch paintings, and someone else will finish your painting for you. I really wish I could have seen what these paintings look like, but it's a good concept if you are a creative. When you're not a creative, it's a little harder. Okay. What did I write down? I don't like cats. Cornbread, I don't like cats. Cornelius, Cornbread is what they said they called him. I don't like cats. And so, yeah, I don't like cats. I don't even care if the Egyptians worship cats. I don't like them. Okay? I also wrote down that Ace. I really like Ace. She is my favorite woman. It is something about her demeanor that is quiet, that is confident, that her energy is good, that she's grounded, that I like about her. I do also like Joy, but her energy is more vivacious and charismatic. Well, I can't say more charismatic because they're both charismatic in their own ways, but they're on opposite spectrums of that. One of the things that we see is Dakia pulls Cornbread to the side because they haven't had an opportunity to chat. He just came in episode 2. My point exactly. He just came in episode 2. He has a late start getting to know these ladies. And he asked her, okay, you seem to have your shit together. Why are you single? And she said that she was previously engaged, and then she took some time to heal. I want to know what happened in that relationship. Why did you not follow through? Did she say that? Did I miss it and didn't write it down? I also wrote down that in talking about kids, Cornbread is like, I want kids. That's something that I want. And she keeps telling everybody I can go either way. But in the confessional, she's like, I'm really not sure. At this age, you should be sure because you're 39. I know people are having children older and older and older and older and older and older, but our eggs are diminishing, right? So there's a thing. There's also adoption. There's also a surrogate. There's a lot of options that she has. But for her to be like, I'm not sure, but telling everybody she could go either way, for me is a flag. It's not red, but it's definitely yellow. Like maybe some days she feels like she does and other days she don't. So I don't know. Then we see Paul and Sabrina. I think this episode, this was my favorite date. and I'm gonna tell you why. They have like little small talk or whatever, and you can see that he's interested in Sabrina. And Sabrina was like, I needed to know more about him. He seems, very ambitious, and so am I. Like, this is the things that she's saying. But the thing that got to me was she was like, I don't want my relationship to feel like a business partnership. That's a whole ass thing, Sabrina. Like, a partnership, yes. But I understood what she meant. I don't want someone who is constantly pushing me, and I need to learn how to pull up. I need to learn how to pull back. And I like that. We see later that, the opposite works for other people, but I totally understood what she said. But the thing that got me most is when Paul, with his overly confident ass, said, can you see me as someone who can make you happy? Because she said, was it her that said Addie? No, that was Precious. Anyway, she pretty much was like, nah, bruh. Nah, I can't. And here's why. I see you more of a mentor. Probably because y'all got that huge ass age gap, and you're a little bit of an asshole. She didn't say that, but you guys have a lot of commonality. And the one thing I could appreciate in this moment was her honesty. Like, she didn't just string him along because she felt like that was the thing to do, so I could stay on the end like this to the end. This dude want me, and I need to hold on to him. She didn't feel like it was necessary for her to do that. And so I could appreciate her honesty, her candor, and she did it with kindness. Like, people could take a page from that. Just because you like me don't mean I like you back. And I actually am proud of the way he received it. As much as he's my least favorite guy, he handled it with grace. He said, yes, it did hurt, but he could respect what she was saying. And I thought that was amazing. Like, this is how two adults communicate in a healthy manner. But I was really happy that she didn't just fucking be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just string him along. You know how they be doing. We see that they don't like him, but they string him along anyway. Yeah. So then we see another group date, and the group date this time is for bowling. In the group date is AP, Paul, Demetrius, Joy, and Laverne. Laverne wants everybody to touch his ass. Everybody is what I wrote down. He is really full of himself and thinks that everybody should want him. But then on top of that, you can hear him tell all the women, he really wants someone that's going to take charge and that's going to kind of lead. He's a social butterfly. He talks too much. Sometimes I think when people talk so much, either they didn't get enough chance, they're like an only child, or they, could have been a lot of things. They're only child, they didn't get enough time to like really express themselves. But more so, I think that they grew up in a house with a lot of people, or there were always people around, and they had to make their messages known. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. But that's more of like really loud, boisterous people. I feel that that's the thing that they had to do. Let me get my word across. There's too many of us, and in order for you to hear me, I need to say, right? So that's a thing. However, I don't know how I feel about him. He's very attractive, but he does seem like a lot. Anyway, that's all I wrote about this. That's all I wrote about these interactions. Like, if you got something to say about that group date, you know where to do it. Down below in the comments. In our community, the Ray of Sunshines will chime in with you. So then there's another group date, which was Sabrina, Wiley, Tori, AP, and Demetrius. And they go on the Washington, D.C. Monument Tour. I don't think this was really a good date where you could get to know somebody. It's a tour. Somebody is talking. You are listening. So is there really time to get to know one another? And then on top of that, because of the odd number, Demetrius seemed to be like in the back, chilling in the back, cooling, disconnected, distant, not engaged. And then I guess it had a lot to do with, of course, the seating of how they were seated on the bus for the video to capture them. All of these are things that contributed to him looking like he was disinterested in what was happening on the tour. But again, like I said, this date did not foster a way for people to really get to know each other. However, Wiley was like, let me shoot my shot at AP. Let me go ahead and get to know her. Let me speak highly of myself. No. Let me give my pitch. Let me tell you who I am, what I'm about, you know, and was very engaging. He seems to be able to hold a conversation with all the ladies. And it feels like all of the ladies are older than him because he's the baby of the bunch at 32. AP was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm 10 years his senior. And again, she's all like, when I look at him and he's talking, though he's engaging, I see him as one of my students. So she would never be able to get past dating someone that's younger than her. Now, my question to you is, how young is too young? I think for me, I'm 45. I might try and date somebody 35, but 32, I don't know. I got a 25-year-old that's about to be 26. I don't know, but I am going to say I will go on a date. I will go on a date, see what the chemistry is like, see how mature people are, and deal with that. See if we vibe in that manner, and see, you know, and see if things can grow. I ain't gonna, you know, or could be the exact opposite. I mean, anyway, I could just see what it do. Okay. Anyway, have a good time. We did see Joy and Clifton on a solo date. They like each other. They like each other. But there was a bit of a mishap, and the mishap was she had some fish, and the fish had coconut, and young Clifton is allergic to coconut. I kind of like them together. I don't know what y'all think. I think that they have good energy together, that they communicate well with one another. You can see, like I said last season, you can see the sparks coming off of the screen, and that is what I enjoy. I want to see that you are into one another, and I get that from them. And he's all like, even though I had that little coconut, I'm sweating a little bit. I spit it out, but I'm going to say I'm going to hang in here unless my throat start closing and I pass out, because he wanted this solo date with Joy. And then they bond. They bond in a way that is very honest and open and vulnerable. They talk about how she was raised by her single father because her mother's Caribbean. I guess her mother went back to the Caribbean. And that, and then they talked about how her father passed and how his father passed and how her world just ended. And what she said to him was that they connected immediately because he felt like a comfortable and safe space. Y'all know what that feels like? I'm getting emotional because that's a big deal. That's a big deal. I want to be able to be vulnerable with my partner. I want to be able, and I want them to be able to do the same with me. And though I feel like I'm a safe space, I feel like I'm a comfortable space, that doesn't necessarily translate to the person that you're dating. But when it does, when they feel like that they can talk to you about anything and that they can open up and trust you with their jewels, their secrets, their plans, their disappointments, their joys, when they can open up and really let you in, it's really a good feeling. Anyway, I don't know. I hope that everybody has a safe landing space. And if it's not in a friend, definitely find it in a therapist. You should have a therapist anyway. I'm an advocate of therapy. Everybody needs therapy. Somebody to sit there and just listen to you talk and maybe give you some suggestions and some solutions and some recommendations. I'm off of that soapbox. We are now in the ladies' lounge. The ladies are together. They meet AP for the first time. And Tommy asked them, who is your strongest connections with? So running down really quick, Ace is saying Laverne. And you see last episode how Laverne just like gushes all on over her. He probably needs her energy where he's this explosive energy. She's a quiet energy. And then probably make a good balance. Let's see how that works out. Then Joy, we know she likes Clifton. Carmen said Clifton, but Clifton is not reciprocating that based on that initial meet last week. Like, them blue contacts, baby, was not a hit. Sabrina says Demetrius and Troy. Precious says Paul. And Dakia says, I don't know who Dakia said. I wrote down somebody. I don't know. I don't know who it was. I don't know. Anyway, the people that they say no to is Wiley, Laverne, Cornbread, Laverne, Cornbread, Paul, Cornbread. So in the bottom is Cornbread and Paul because they got the most, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to bring up when Sabrina said Paul and her reasonings that he's going to push her where she needs someone who to help reel her in. Precious said, I like Paul because he will push you. And I'm a little flighty. I need that grounded, that centeredness, that structure. And like Tommy said, each of us have the things that we like about people, what we need. So what doesn't work for him will work for him, ladies. Okay? Just to let you know, I just want you not to be hard on yourself when shit don't work out. What doesn't work for him is definitely going to work for someone else. The end. Just process it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Cornbread and Paul are at the bottom. Precious is speaking. Nope, I'm right. Joy is speaking to Cornbread. Precious is speaking to Paul. Let me just talk about Paul since he ends up staying. I'm all like, he is an unapologetic asshole. While Precious is trying to talk to him and tell him what the ladies see, you know, how they perceive him as not romantic enough. He goes into this rant about, I'm who I am, you're going to get what you get. You know, I like the ladies like this or whatever. I'm all like, you're a total asshole, and I really wish they would have let you go home. I'm not a fan of Paul's. He's my actual least favorite male, okay? Paul right now is my least favorite male. I saw how Joy did not want to share the news with Cornbread because, you know, everybody thinks he's a good guy, but there's no romantic connections. Hey, Cornbread, holla at your girl, okay? I'm on Instagram at I am Talisa Ray. Yes, I like the platonic vibe that grows into something romantic. I like being friends, okay? I like being friends, and then you meet me, and then next thing you know, you in love. Like, I like that. So, holla at me. Yes, at I am Talisa Ray. I said what I said. And, you know, she shared it with him with class, and he received it with dignity. That's the end of this episode, y'all. Listen, y'all let me know down below in the comments what you think about episode number 3. Like, how do you feel about the blind dates now that we done had 2 sets of blind dates because they are trying to get, I guess, make sure that they have 10, even though they started off with, child, I don't know. They're going to get a blind date every time up until 5. I don't like it. Y'all tell me how you feel about it. What you feeling? I know new, fresh energy. It does give a different perspective. But maybe they should be watching some of these YouTube videos and reading some of these comments and going back to the meeting room and hash out stuff because we got a lot of ideas. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of, what is this, Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode 3, the Potomac people. If it's your first time visiting my channel, definitely click the subscribe button. Become a ray of sunshine. Next to that is the notification bell. Click it so you're alerted of when I upload videos. Last but not least, like it and share it with your people so they can come and join us in our conversation. Know that I love you in real life and I want every good thing that God has in store for you, even if you don't know what that is for yourself. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will see you on the next review.